Yes, good evening all of you. So today in Angular 8 we are going to discuss the following topics. Okay, so today we'll see uh, how to work with TypeScript programs. Okay, next, but before that I'll have a small refresh of how to install Node.js. Next, Node.js and npm. Okay, and next we'll also see how to install TypeScript also, and finally we'll also see how to work with Notepad++ and Visual Studio IDE. Okay, so this Visual Studio we are going to use Visual Studio Code. Okay, so this Visual Studio we are going to use it as Visual Studio Code. Okay, and next we'll also see uh, basic commands in TypeScript. Right, so these are the things what we are going to discuss today in our Angular 8. So how to work with TypeScript programs, how to install Node.js and npm, how to install TypeScript, so how to work with Notepad++, Visual Studio Code IDE, and basic commands in TypeScript. Okay, so first let's start with, okay, so how to install Node.js. So first of all, what is the use of Node.js? Okay, so Node.js provides runtime environment. So first of all, Node.js provides runtime environment for Angular 8. So what is this runtime environment? So runtime environment means, okay, so runtime environment means we can execute our Angular programs on Node.js. Okay, so we can execute our Angular programs in Node.js. So that is what is all about. Okay, Node.js as of now. Okay, so Node.js provides runtime environment for executing our Angular programs, and similarly, as of now, Node.js is used to run JavaScripts of TypeScript programs. Okay, so Node.js is used to run JavaScript of TypeScript programs, and that too without any browser. Okay, so this is the best way to learn TypeScript with the help of Node.js. Okay, so let us start with how to install Node.js. Okay, so today we'll see how to install Node.js. Okay, so first of all we have to go to this website www.nodejs.org. Okay, so I'll just copy this and paste this in the browser www.nodejs.org. So nodejs.org, the latest version is 10.16. okay, so you can download this for Windows. Right, so I've already downloaded this. Okay, so I'm just going to cancel it. Okay, or it's already downloaded in my system. I can say that show in folder. Right, so we can directly double click here. Okay, in the downloads folder. So it is asking us, do you want to run this file? So click on run. So in my system, Node.js is already installed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to upgrade or change. That's it. Okay, and for the new installation, no need to do any settings, no need to do any changes. You can just simply say next, 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 finish. That's it. Okay, click on next. So Node.js is already installed in my system. That's why I'm getting these three options. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first option, but you guys have to select the new installation. Next, 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 finish. So click on change. Okay, so all these are already installed in my system. Okay, right? So these features require just 0 KB because they are already installed in my system. Okay, I'll simply click on next and simply click on change. Right, I'll simply say finish. Right, so once the Node.js is installed, okay, so we have to verify whether Node is working or not. Okay, so here go to www.nodejs.org and download latest version of Node.js for Windows 64-bit OS. Okay, so just install the Node.js. Okay, next, after installation, verify it in command prompt. Right, so I'm going to open the command prompt now and I'm going to verify by typing the following command. So the command is node-v. Okay, so I'm going to type the command node-v. Okay, so I'll just click on the start button and in my run I'll type cmd and next I'm going to select command prompt. Okay, so I'm going to navigate to g colon Angular online sessions. Okay, CLS, clear the screen. So this will be our working directory for our TypeScript, as well as this will be working directory for our Angular applications. Okay, right, and next here I'm going to type node-v. The command is node-v. Okay, click on enter. So the latest version which is installed in my system is 10.16. Okay, and after that, okay, so whenever we install Node.js, npm is also automatically installed. Okay, so along with Node.js, okay, npm is also installed. Okay, now what is this npm? Okay, npm stands for Node Package Manager. Okay, so what is this Node Package Manager? Okay, so this Node Package Manager, okay, use. So npm allows us to download open source JavaScript libraries. Okay, so it allows us to download and install, okay, JavaScript libraries in our system. Okay, so these open script libraries are integrated with Node.js. So they are integrated with Node.js. Okay, so npm allows us to download and install open source JavaScript libraries in our system and integrate with Node.js, and we can use those applications in our we can use those libraries in our web application development. Okay, so now how to verify npm? Okay, So whenever we install Node.js, npm is also installed. So how to verify npm? Okay, so for verifying npm, we use the following command. So the command is npm -v. So this is the command npm -v. So let's get back to the command prompt and type npm -v. Right. So the version of npm which is installed in my system is 6.9. It is 6.9. Okay, right. So next, once the npm is installed, now finally install TypeScript in our system. So install TypeScript in our system. So when we install TypeScript in our system, it will be integrated with Node.js only. Okay, so it is integrated with Node.js only. Okay, so how to install, okay, TypeScript in our system? Okay, so for that we have to use the command. Okay, the command is npm install -g TypeScript. Okay, so what is this command all about? So I'm telling the node package manager, okay, to install TypeScript in my system, and -g indicates global installation. So global installation means it will be available to all users of a system. Okay, so here -g indicates global installation, that is TypeScript is available to all users of the system. Right, so this is what is the command to install the TypeScript. Okay, so let's get back to the command prompt. I'll say here npm install -g TypeScript. Right, so this TypeScript will be installed from the net, okay, uh, directly into our system. Okay, right, so you can see here TypeScript, it is integrated with Node in our system, and the latest version of TypeScript is 3.5.2. It is installed in our system for all the users. Okay, right. So now finally now we have to verify. So verify TypeScript. So how to verify the TypeScript? We have the command for this. We have to type simply tsc-v. So the command is tsc-v. Okay, so here I'm going to type tsc-v. So this is the version of TypeScript which is installed in my system. Right, so finally our system is ready with TypeScript. Now we can develop TypeScript programs in our system. Okay, so first I have installed Node, verified the Node with Node-v. Next, along with Node, npm is also installed, verified with npm-v. And next, I have also installed TypeScript with npm and integrated that with Node.js. Okay, and Node.js will provide us runtime environment for executing our Angular applications, and Node.js is also used to execute JavaScript without the browser. That is the main advantage of Node.js. And finally, we can also verify that using command tsc-v. Right, so simply I'm going to say, okay, cls clear the screen. Right, next Right. So now, what are the editors which are required for our basic programming or programming for TypeScript? Okay. So editors for TypeScript programming. Okay. So one, I'm going to use Notepad++, and two, I'm going to use Visual Studio Code. So Visual Studio Code, okay, which is integrated development environment. So this I'm going to use for Angular also, right? So Notepad++ is a commonly used editor for almost all the programming in computers. But now Notepad++ you can use it, you can download it from https notepad++.org. It's a free software and I'm already using this Notepad++. Just download this and install it in your system. No need to do any changes and settings while installation. Simply say next, 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 finish. That's it. Okay. So Visual Studio Code, I'm going to install it now. Okay. So I'll go to the Google. So browser, open the Google, and I'm going to say Notepad++ here. Yeah. So you can download Notepad++ from here. This website. The latest version is 7.6.6 and you can click on download. Similarly, I'm going to type now Visual Studio Code. So this is the first code.visualstudio.com. I'm going to use this website. So I'll just browse this link, code.visualstudio.com. Right, so I'm going to use this website. Okay, code.visualstudio.com. Right, so here we have download for Windows stable build. So it has automatically detected our operating system. So download for Windows stable build, click on this. Okay, right, so it is already downloading in my system. You can say downloads option. So the size of the file is around 47.9 MB. Okay, right. So in my system, Visual Studio Code is already installed, but I'm going to show you once again the installation for Visual Studio Code, because this is necessary for us both TypeScript programming as well as Angular programming. So it is already installed. You can click on show in folder. Right, so it will be available in your downloads folder of my computer. Right, once it is downloaded. So it is available in the last. Okay, right, you can just double click on this Visual Studio Code. Installation will start automatically. Okay, for Visual Studio Code. So do you want to run this file? Say run. Okay, so it is asking us you have to run this file as an administrator. I'll say are you sure you want to continue? Okay, right, so code is already installed. Okay, so code is already installed in my system. We recommend you to uninstall before. Are you sure you want to continue the installation? You can say yes, but if you are installing for the first time, you will not get all these messages. Click on next, agree the license agreement, next, next. So click on next. So create a desktop shortcut icon, add open with code. So you can put all these things and click on. So one more important thing is that add to path. Okay, right, so click on next, install. So it will just take less than 2 to 3 minutes for installation. Depending upon the speed of your system. Right, so Visual Studio Code installation is done. Just put a tick mark here, launch Visual Studio Code. Click on finish. Right, so Visual Studio Code is already running in my system. You can remove this welcome screen here. Fine, you can remove the welcome screen. Right, basically here in Visual Studio Code, okay, you will have, right, open view, you can say here. You can click on themes. Right, so we don't have themes here. Right, yeah, see, you can do it in Eclipse also, but you have to use plugin for Eclipse. But just follow me, okay? So once you follow me, later you'll understand what is the importance of this Visual Studio Code. Is it okay, all of you? Right, so you can just click on File. Okay, we have an option here. Right, I'll just show you that later. Just click on the file, click on New File, okay? Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the terminal also. Click on View. So editor layout, I'll write here split left right, okay? So I'm going to use here output also. Click on View and Output, okay? Right, so we can also shift this to the right also, okay? So just you can say this View, editor layout, split right, okay? Okay, or else you can also put this to the right by clicking on this option, okay? Right, so here I'm going to write the first program, okay? So I'm going to write here something like console.log, okay? I'll write here hello students, okay? Right, semicolon is optional, okay? You can save this file. So I'm going to save this file in G colon Angular online session, okay? So here I'm going to take one folder. So my folder will be something like Typescript, okay? So under the Typescript, I'm going to take one more folder, new. I'm going to take it as programs, right? So under programs, I'm going to take it as something like welcome.ts. So my file name will be, file extension will be welcome.ts, okay? You can save this file, okay? Right, so you can see colors also changed, okay? Right, now you can come to the output screen at the bottom and you can click on terminal option, okay? Click on terminal option, and in the terminal option it will give us the command prompt, okay? Right, so it will give us the command prompt, okay? You can just again open this command prompt from view and you can say output or simply terminal, okay? Right, so you can simply close the second one by typing exit. Right, in the terminal go to G colon and change the directory to Angular online sessions. You can say CLSCR or simply say CLS, okay? Now here we have to convert this TypeScript program into JavaScript program. So for that I'm going to use the command TSC followed by, okay? But before that I have to change this directory to TypeScript and under that programs, okay? So this will be the working directory for TypeScript programs, okay? Right, so here I have to type the command tsc followed by welcome.ts, okay? So this is a transpilation process which will convert our TypeScript program into JavaScript program. You can check it out by typing dir. So here we have done welcome.ts. After successful compilation, we got welcome.js. Okay, right now say cls. Now we have to run this welcome.js. For that, I'm going to use node welcome.js. Press enter. Now we can see the output on the console. Hello student. So without any browser, I'm able to work with our JavaScript in the terminal. Okay, right. So similarly, I can take one more console.log. Okay, I'll write here, welcome to Angular 8 sessions. Okay, simply save this. Okay, so come to the terminal at the bottom, say cls. So type tsc welcome.ts, and finally once it is successfully compiled, you'll get a .js file. Say node welcome.js. So here we can see two messages. Hello students, welcome to Angular 8 sessions. Okay, and similarly I can also take one more here, console.log. Okay, fine. I can type the message something like all the best. Okay, now for all the best, I'm not giving the semicolon at the last. So for these statements, semicolon is optional, and before the all the best, I'm going to take a new line and save it. Okay, right. So simply say cls in the terminal, and you can use up arrow to get the previous command. Compile the TypeScript, will get the JavaScript. You can use up arrow, down arrow to get the previous commands, and type node welcome.js. Now here you can see, hello students, welcome to Angular 8 sessions. In between I have one line here. Okay, so this is the new line what we have taken in the, okay, right, in our console.log. So semicolon is not compulsory, it is optional. So this is how we work with first program in Visual Studio. Okay, so these are the steps. Okay, so working with first program. Okay, right. So now step 1, we can say open Visual Studio Code. Okay, take new page. Step 2, type your TypeScript program. Okay, next step 3, save the program with .ts as extension. Example welcome.ts. Okay, example is welcome.ts. And next step 4, open terminal in Visual Studio Code. So you have to open this from view menu. Right, next step 5, go to working directory. Okay, so our working directory will be g colon Angular online session. So this will be the Angular online sessions. Okay, and inside that it will be TypeScript and programs. Okay, TypeScript, and inside that it will be programs. Okay, and next step 6, compile .ts file. So command for compiling is tsc welcome.ts. Okay, so on successful compilation, .js file is created. Okay, next step 7, run .js file. Now for this the command is, okay, node welcome.js JS. And step 8, verify output. Okay, so verify output of your program, right? So I'm going to verify the output of this program. So without any browser. So without any browser, Node.js gets the output of the JavaScript file and shows to us in the terminal. Okay, so this is what is 8 steps which we have to follow, okay, for writing and executing a TypeScript program in Visual Studio Code. Once again, I'm going to explain you. So step 1, open Visual Studio Code, take a new page. Step 2, type your TypeScript program. Step 3, save the program with .ts as extension. Open terminal in Visual Studio Code. From view menu, go to your working directory, compile the TypeScript file tsc filename.ts. On successful compilation, JavaScript file is created. Step 7, run the JavaScript file using the command node welcome.js. Verify the output of the program without any browser. So this is how we write or work with the first program in our TypeScript using Visual Studio Code, and same you can do it in Notepad++ also, but in Notepad++ you have to do and you have to compile and run that in command prompt. So we have to use two windows, whereas in Visual Studio Code it is an integrated development environment. We can do that in the same IDE or same window. So that is what is all about today's session, guys. So today's session, okay, we have understood how to work with TypeScript program, installing Node.js and npm, installing TypeScript in Node.js, working with Notepad++, Visual Studio Code IDE, and basic commands in TypeScript. Is it okay, all of you? Right, and tomorrow I'm going to discuss some basics of writing TypeScript programs, and I'm going to start with some fundamentals of TypeScript also in the tomorrow session. And next important thing is from tomorrow onwards, okay, so important note point from tomorrow, okay, so session time is 8 p.m. sorry 8:30 p.m. from tomorrow onwards. Okay, so this will be the session timing. So from tomorrow onwards, the session timing is 8:30 p.m. It is not 8 p.m. Right, guys? So if the session is little bit late also, nothing to worry. Okay, just wait for 10 to 15 minutes. I'll be available to you. Is it okay, all of you? So tomorrow onwards, the session time will be 8:30 p.m. Right, so this is what is all about today's session. So thank you guys for listening to this session. Okay, right, so if you have any queries, you can just put me that in the chat window one by one, all of you. Okay.